अरे कितनी बढ़िया बिल्डिंग है भाई, इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग दैट ओ व्हाट एन इनक्रेडिबल बिल्डिंग, अरे कितनी सुंदर लड़की है, नहीं ओ व्हाट अ ड्रॉप डेड गॉर्जियस गर्ल। मैं लिरिक्स को पढ़ता था एंड आई यूज्ड टू सिंग अलोंग विद इट, उनके साथ जोर जोर से गाता था। लोग तो बोलते थे क्या गा रहा है यार, गधा, कोई गधा चिल्ला रहा है। Welcome back everyone, my name is Vivek and today I'm going to share my journey on how I became fluent from zero. There was this time in my life when I was unable to speak English fluently. I used to make a lot of mistakes. I used to be nervous and was unable to speak properly. And because of this, I used to be butt of all the jokes. My friends, my relatives, they used to make fun of me. I guess not anymore. So if you are struggling with fluency and looking for some really practical tips to improve, you are in the right place. So let's dive into the 3 key ways that really helped me become fluent. But before we get started, if you're new around here, do not hesitate to drop a like. Share this informative video lesson with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the very first practical tip that I have is bond with the language. When I say bond with the language, I mean you need to establish a bridge between yourself and language, right? So this very first method that worked wonders for me was bonding with the language. This means surrounding yourself with the language as much as possible in your daily life. Now let me narrate one personal story, right? I started watching TV shows, movies, right, when I was a child, but I was unable to understand, right? So what I did was I tried listening to English music and I used to sing along with the song by looking at the lyrics. Back there during my time, there was no Google, no internet. So I had to rely on the cassettes, right? The audio cassettes. And on the label, on the back label of the audio cassettes, lyrics were there. So I used to sing along. मैं lyrics को पढ़ता था and I used to sing along with it. उनके साथ जोर जोर से गाता था। लोग तो बोलते थे क्या गा रहा है यार, गधा, कोई गधा चिल्ला रहा है। But it really helped me, right? So आप भी ये कर सकते हैं. You can also do the same thing, right? Singing along or try to read the dialogues of movie aloud. And one more practical tip that really helped me as far as bonding with the language was concerned, watching cricket, right? When I used to watch cricket, now I don't, but during my childhood days, I was a cricket aficionado, right? So what I used to do was I used to mute the TV and then I used to do my own commentary. What a wonderful looking shot from the blades of Sachin Tendulkar and the ball is racing to the boundary. Something like that, right? At first, it was a bit difficult for me, right? While listening to the songs, I didn't understand everything. But gradually, I began to pick up new words and phrases. I remember watching shows like Friends with subtitles, English movies like Rocky, Rambo, Terminator with subtitles. Initially and soon enough, I could understand jokes without reading, even the dialogues that they used to say. And then I used to say those dialogues really loud. And trust me, it really helped me, right? It requires patience. So practical tips are choose content that you really enjoy. This keeps you engaged and makes learning fun. If you love cooking, watch cooking shows, खाना खजाना जैसे, और tutorials in English. जैसे कि आज हम सीखेंगे पालक का पनीर कैसे बनाया जाए. Today we are going to learn how to make delicious palak paneer, right? Something like that. Second is, don't be afraid to use subtitles initially, as I have already told you. They can help you understand better. Over time, try turning them off to challenge yourself, right? आप subtitles को बंद कर सकते हैं and try to understand कि हीरो क्या बोल रहा है, हीरोइन क्या बोल रही है, विलन को क्या चाहिए, ऐसी सारी चीजें, right? And listen to English songs. I used to do that and try to sing along. It's gonna really help you. right? Then practice listening to English commentary like I did on sports, not just like cricket. You can do it for football, kabaddi, kho, whatever suits your whims and fancies. और न्यूज़ ऑल्सो, समाचार भी सुनिए, हिंदी में मत सुनिए, जैसे मतलब ध्यान से देखिए इस आदमी को, ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ अभी यहाँ पर ये हुआ है, अंग्रेजी न्यूज़ को सुनिए, राइट? Try to understand what exactly they are talking about, and I'm pretty much confident ऐसे करने से it's going to improve your understanding, which is comprehension, and it is also going to boost your pronunciation. Now the second thing is think in English, right? How many of you think in your mother tongue? Do mention it in the comments, right? In the starting, I used to think in my mother tongue, and it caused me a lot of challenges when I had to frame sentences on a real-time basis. So that was the reason why I started thinking in English, right? And this is the second key method, to think and then to talk to yourself in English. This means making English your default language in your mind, right? Let me tell you, I mean, during my childhood days, I made a conscious effort to think in English instead of my mother tongue. एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ, जैसे अभी कोई बहुत अच्छी बिल्डिंग है, मैं स्कूल जा रहा हूँ, अरे कितनी बढ़िया बिल्डिंग है भाई, इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग दैट ओह व्हाट एन इनक्रेडिबल बिल्डिंग, राइट? कोई सुंदर कन्या जा रही है, अरे कितनी सुंदर लड़की है, नहीं, ओह व्हाट अ ड्रॉप डेड गॉर्जियस गर्ल, राइट? अरे ये सब्जी तो फ्रेश नहीं है, ओह दिस वेजिटेबल इज नॉट लुकिंग फ्रेश. सो आई trained my brain to think in English, right? आप भी ऐसा कर सकते हैं. कोई भी चीज़ आपको दिखे, अगर आप अपने मातृभाषा में सोच रहे हैं, try making an effort of thinking in English, right? For example, while planning my day or deciding what to eat, I would, in the starting, I would like, अरे आज तो हम शाही पनीर खाएंगे. नहीं, today I would like to have shahi paneer, right? ये खाना मज़ा नहीं आया यार. Oh, I did not enjoy the meal. So ऐसी सारी चीज़ें आप, right, instead of thinking and talking to yourself, right, in your mother tongue, you can start doing it in English. लेकिन ज़ोर ज़ोर से मत बात करना अपने साथ, right? Otherwise, people are going to think that you have gone off your rockers or you have gone mad, right? So I also started talking to myself in English. I would narrate my daily activities, practice dialogues, and even argue with myself about different topics. अरे आज तो भारत और बांग्लादेश के बीच में क्रिकेट का मैच है. Instead of saying that, I used to say, oh, today we have a cricket match between India and Bangladesh. कौन जीतेगा? Who is going to win? Right? So ऐसे मैं बोलता था, लगता है बांग्लादेश जीत सकता है. नहीं, it seems that Bangladesh can win. No, right? India is a strong team and India is going to give Bangladesh a run for its money, right? तो ऐसे मैं अपने के साथ आर्ग्यू भी करता था अंग्रेजी में. गलतियां तो बहुत सारी होती थी, but you learn from your mistakes, right? So that's how I learned, and now I'm able to speak this language quite well, right? And so these couple of tips, right? Number one, making a bond between yourself and the language. Number two, to think and to talk in English, right? Now, the third one is practice, practice, and more practice, right? It's the most important and practical method, right, to improve your fluency, right? Because fluency doesn't come overnight. It requires consistent effort. और अगर आपके साथ हेजिटेशन होता है, दिमाग में आइडियाज़ नहीं आते हैं आपके, तो आई हैव मेड वन वीडियो, राइट? इट्स कॉल्ड द पियर टेक्निक. ये हमारा अपना ओन टेक्निक है. इस वीडियो को ज़रूर देखिएगा, मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन में मेंशन कर दूंगा. यू विल बी एबल टू जनरेट आइडियाज़ इन योर माइंड, एंड आप उन आइडियाज़ को अच्छे से प्रेजेंट भी कर सकते हैं, राइट? एंड लेट्स कट टू द चेस एंड टॉक अबाउट प्रैक्टिस. सी, देयर इज़ नो सब्स्टिट्यूट फॉर हार्ड वर्क. हमारे पास ऐसा कोई इंजेक्शन नहीं है, कोई गोली नहीं है कि हम आपको लगाएं, आपको दें, मारने वाला नहीं, खाने वाला. एंड यू स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग इंग्लिश लाइक नेटिव स्पीकर्स. दैट इज जस्ट नॉट पॉसिबल. द ओनली वे, द ओनली ऑल्टरनेटिव इज हार्ड वर्क, right? Consistently, you need to practice. Now, let me tell you one personal incident, right? There were times when I felt frustrated and I thought about giving up. हम बोले यार ये अंग्रेज़ी लोग के बस का बात है, हम तो गांव वाले हैं. I would not be able to speak this language properly. It happened especially when I didn't see immediate progress. अरे progress ही नहीं हो रहा था. हम चाह रहे थे फराटेदार अंग्रेजी बोले, एकदम माइक में खड़ा हो जाए, लोग बोले एकदम टाट टाट ताली बजाए. But it takes time, right? It really takes time. But I reminded myself of my goals and I kept going, right? You need to persevere. You need to be a resilient character, right? Persevere मतलब efforts करते रहना, right? In spite of not being successful, you are still making efforts, and one fine day you will become successful. The second thing is I practiced speaking with friends who were also learning English. I joined study groups and participated in online forums, and consistency was key. See, I always say that if you're consistent, then only you will be able to improve. Otherwise, it's next to impossible. भाई लोग demotivate नहीं कर रहा हूँ. It is really important. You need to be consistent. You need to practice. अभी करेंगे कैसे, right? You can set a regular schedule for your practice sessions. See, dedicate at least 15 to 20 minutes a day to practice English. 15-20 minutes. If you're going to do it every day, like few months down the line, you will surely see the improvement. Now, dear audience, we have come to the end of this super informative video lesson. So to recap, 3 ways to become fluent are bonding with the language, thinking and talking to yourself in English, and practicing consistently. And always remember, friends, everyone's journey to fluency is unique. My journey is going to be different from your journey because not all 5 fingers are equal, right? So find what works best for you and stick with it. And you have got this in you, right? So keep practicing, stay positive, and I'm pretty much confident you will see improvement. And I'm always there to help you. You can follow me on Instagram as well. The handle is talk.unlock. And if you found these tips really helpful and informative, drop a like, subscribe to my channel. I mean, it's your channel also. And comment your suggestions, your feedback as well. If I have to improve anywhere, right, do mention it. I'm also a keen student of public speaking, right? So, at the end, I'm always and always obliged and grateful to your support. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.